So a live action of the hit game Twisted Metal is now out on Peacocks streaming service. And now we have moved on to episode 9 of the series. But before we start, subscribe now if you have already watched the whole series. If not, this is the spoiler warning now. Be sure to watch the series before watching this video. With that out of the way, let's get started.
Go ahead, asshole! Easiest kill of your life!
You okay?
Do I look okay?
Damn, that milkman did you wrong.
So here is a summary of episode 9 of the Twisted Metal TV series. The episode begins with Marcus, Sweet Tooth, and Stu bullying Mike. Marcus has put an electric shock collar around Mike's neck and treats him like a dog. When Marcus is away, Mike tries to explain to Stu that he is not safe with him. They head straight for the dam as Marcus pours gasoline over his head, asking Stu to light it up when he gives him the indication. Quiet still has the package with her and has to steer abruptly off the road when she spots a dead deer on it. Quiet is almost killed only to be saved by Watts and Amber. Watts reveals to the duo that Stone and all his men have fallen back to the dam ever since Marcus started taking out all his outposts. Stone gathers up his men and vows to catch the Mute and the Milkman with a trap. Meanwhile, Quiet and John repair an old car in the rig to use it for the journey. They armor up the car and arm it with heavy weaponry. They are released on the road and name the new car Roadkill, the title of this episode. Watts and Amber in the rig and Roadkill makes it through the blockade, which is uncharacteristically quiet. The episode ends with the promise of an epic showdown that is joined by Sweet Tooth and Watts' beloved F1 car, Twister. If you like the summary of this episode, we suggest you take the time to watch episode 9.
Seeing as how Tasha left me for meth. Love that beautiful blue crystal so much it killed her. Now she's up in heaven doing angel dust with baby Jesus.
Next, did any new characters get introduced in this episode? In the 9th episode of the Twisted Metal TV series, titled R04DK11, several new characters were introduced. First and the only, Mike the Vulture. In episode 9 of the Twisted Metal Peacock series, there is a character named Mark the Vulture. Mark is a vulture who confronts Quiet after she crashes while trying to avoid a dead deer. After a conversation, Mark decides that he still needs to kill Quiet and take Raven's package from her. However, Quiet is ultimately rescued by a convoy of semis led by Miranda Watts, also known as Twister. The convoy also picks up John Doe, leading to a hostile reunion between John Doe and Quiet. The two characters then work together to outfit a new vehicle to continue their journey. So, interested in learning more about these new characters? Be sure to look at our shorts to get a quick glimpse.
I told you everything that I know about Stone.
Bad doggy, no speak. I'm out of ammo. Gotta build this up. You keep an eye on him.
Next, let's talk about Easter eggs next. There are many Easter eggs and references to the Twisted Metal video games in episode 9. Here are 4 that were noticed. First, Walter White. The vulture who robs Quiet mentions that his wife couldn't resist the blue crystal that killed her, which is a reference to the chemically pure meth created by Walter White in the TV series Breaking Bad. Second, statistics. John and Quiet argue about Roadkill's weapons, armor, speed, and handling, which are the same statistical measurements used to rank vehicles in the Twisted Metal video game franchise. Third, Roadkill. The vehicle Quiet and John build together is named Roadkill, which is also the name of John Doe's vehicle in Twisted Metal, Black 2001. Fourth, Darkseid. During the final car battle in the season finale, a massive black truck named Darkseid makes an appearance. Darkseid is a vehicle that debuted in the original Twisted Metal game released in 1995. Only 4 Easter eggs were noticed, but did you see any others? Leave a comment below with what you found.
This one. It speaks to me.
It speaks to me too. It says I'm too heavy.
The car can handle it, dickhead.
It's about balance. We have weapons, armor, speed, and handling. Too much of one, you lose the other. Car's too heavy, low speed, sluggish handling. So, if we're gonna add any weight, I say we add armor.
If you're fast enough, it won't matter.
Did you just give me a compliment?
I said if.
The 9th episode of the Twisted Metal TV series, titled R04DK11, has several notable moments. First, Marcus and Stu bullying Mike. The episode begins with Marcus aka Sweet Tooth and Stu bullying Mike. Marcus puts an electric shock collar around Mike's neck and treats him like a dog. Second, Marcus' plan. Marcus pours gasoline over his head, asking Stu to light it up when he gives him the indication. Third, Quiet's encounter with Vulture. Quiet has to steer abruptly off the road when she spots a dead deer on it. She is confronted by Vulture while trying to get the car back on the road. Fourth, Quiet and John's car repair. Quiet and John repair an old car in the rig to use it for the journey. They armor up the car and arm it with heavy weaponry. Fifth, the blockade. Watson, Amber, in the rig and Roadkill make it through the blockade, which is uncharacteristically quiet. Sixth, Stone's trap. They see a fleet of cars around the large compound. This is Stone's trap as all his men are inside those cars, waiting for their enemies. Finally, the showdown. The episode ends with the promise of an epic showdown, that is joined by Sweet Tooth and Watt's beloved F1 car, Twister.
It's time, Stu. Light her up.
And with that we discussed the synopsis of the episode, what new characters were introduced, notable moments and Easter eggs. If there is anything else we should have added, please be sure to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to watch another video on the screen. We appreciate you watching and hope to see you again.